So I put my hand in the sun.
Yes, you do. Yes, indeed.
So we can. When it is time to irrigate this certain plot, we only open there and then water drips here. We shall do a test on the other plot.
We will see.
We can open, but it is a little congested. I wanted to open down there.
This one is looking like very small.
No, we drop it, we have calculated that it drops for like 1.5 hours.
Okay.
It keeps dropping for 1.5 hours. That's enough. Then we close, then we open the other side 1.5 hours. Then, so we do rotation. We irrigate blocks. We can irrigate 2 at once. Then we close, we irrigate another section. So they have a schedule of how they irrigate the crops. Depending on the water demand and the staging. So they have a schedule. So the farmers are being trained on how to, not all of them receive water at the same time. When it's your time, you take. The management committee that they have trained.
We limit the number of people participating in a plot.
Okay.
Better that they can have, at the end of the harvest, how much does each one go with that?
So these were their 5 youths.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one lady and 4 gents. They did cabbage. This is variety is star 3316 as you see. It was planted on 22nd of July. It is clocking to its 3rd month, and you're seeing already we are seeing the fruits, so we are just waiting for the period to get over and we sell. They have 2 plots, this and that side.
And how much are you expecting to sell like one cabbage? Like
We've been getting customers even in the morning. They were here. But our target, the minimum price we had targeted is 1,000 per head, because the variety fits on a very big head as you see. So if it is 1,000 per head, it was worth it. On this side, the 60,000, the 600 heads.
This is 600 heads, eh?
For
All
this
round,
whole-
eh?
For this portion.
Yes.
But in an acre, we expect worth 10,000 heads. So if we are to make 1,000 times 10, that is the amount we expect to get in this, because it is 1.2 acres.
Yes.
Yeah, so when they sell here, they expect minimum about 2 million shillings. Minimum, at least for in 3 months. About 4 months?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months, which is yes, this is their second step. Last time they got 2.6. Now if they raise another 2 point something, it's about 5 million shillings in 6 months, and they'll plant about 4 times a year. So from here they can make about
20 million.
yeah,
In a year.
from this place.
There, after planting, something like after 1 week, you come and start spraying, and then weeding follows, just like that.
But also you see in this one here, the government is the one that buys all the inputs, but the sales are for the farmers. The thinking is they are taught and they make the money for continuity. When government comes out, they are strong enough to do it on their own, because oftentimes our farmers do not have the capital. So if they grow 4 times in 1 year, I was thinking that they get the capital, because they have an account, a bank account. What's the name of your farm?
It's Adonia SmallScaleIrrigationScheme.
Yes, so they have an registered association with their account controlled by them. So each time they make sales, there are some money they deposit for recycling, then others they take home. So they go through a lot of both the crop growing and then the financial training.
We can also help you with the other radio program so that we tell the public what is taking place here. For those who are interested, they come and learn from you and then take to their respective villages.
That's a key point.
Yeah, I'm so excited with this thing.
Okay.
Actually, you came time very well. Let's take care.
There are others who had a lot of fear at the time when we brought the project. That's why we see it is we put it on the land of the people who consented. We not want to force farmers into this. But the less are running like this one. This is a newcomer. At first they had some fears, but when they saw the last harvest, then this one came in. So others come in as and when they see it. But at first there was a lot of fear among the people.
For long, unless you are pressed to give it out.
Have you sent him those?
But now it has operated for last season. Now this is our second season.
So here it doesn't get exhausted.
The nutrients. The nutrients, with the time to avoid the diseases in the nursery bed, will change. But now the inoculums have not yet, like, the population is not all that, because this is just our second season. We hoped to change the soil after the third season.
Okay.
That's when to be on the safe side to avoid the diseases in the nursery bed.
So at some point we have to spray them using the chemicals. But on adding to the soil, we usually use the cow dung, the decomposed one, and we mix them up. We don't add the white man stuff, apart from something called, is it DAP? What is DAP?
Diammonium phosphate.
Yes, when we are transplanting. I learned that one. Me, I'm not
The tomatoes and onions. This is Padma 108F1. As you're seeing them, they are 2.5 months, and we happen to get a condition which disturbs us at that level, but we are managing it. The garden is under treatment. As you're to compare, this is a disease-resistant variety. We have an outside garden which is hit of the same condition, but this farmer is using the local variety, but the garden is nowhere to be seen. But for us, we are at least still seeing our fruits. And they did also onions the other side. Last season they got 2.6. They did onions on this side and tomatoes the other side. So they are crop rotating. That is what they have selected for this season, as far as crop rotation is concerned.
Now, this is our small reservoir where we collect this water. It is filled through this pipe, which goes to the ground tank. We have a ground tank of 75 cubic. And the operations here are very simple. That when water flows into here, it goes through this pipe. If our ground tank is full, we can open this water to come back. So there is that pipe you see on that side. So better that we don't affect the other activities which are ongoing the other side. Also, when our tank fills up, we have an overflow on that tank, which still takes away the water the other side. So here, on this extraction, we don't do any pumping. However, the other side on the ground tank, we do the pumping, which takes water the other side.
I want to present you an agenda. We are going to have an opening prayer. The volunteer should help us lead in this. We are going to have introduction of the visiting team so that the community members get to know who else is here. We are going to have welcome remarks from the LC1 chairperson, the LC3 chairperson. Then we are going to have remarks from the chief administrative officer. If the LC5 comes himself, he will also get a chance to give remarks. No, I'm really mostly sorry. I'm mostly sorry. Please, my apologies. My apologies. Chairman, I'm used to seeing you in suits. Because I know your background of accounting. So I'm most sorry. And then we shall have the manager, Water for Production Regional Center, is to give remarks. And then we shall request the RDC to close the meeting. And then symbolically cut the tape. The tape will be cut.
Mukusaba oje kabaka bakabaka obeere chairperson mu lukiiko luno kabaka bakabaka. Taata omulungi kabaka bakabaka tukusaba obeere ng'ogulama amatu gaffe ag'omunda n'ag'okungulu. Twaniriza omwoyo omutukuvu abeere ng'atugaidinga ku kifo kino kabaka bakabaka. Byonna bye tuteesaako wano Mukama Katonda wange kabibeere by'omugaso mu district muno bigase buli maka kabaka bakabaka. N'amagezi Mukama Katonda wange ge batuwadde Mukama Katonda wange tusaba otukwateko tutugaleka wano mukwano gwange gwabeere nga tutambuza paka we tuliva ku nsi kuno mukwano gwange kabaka bakabaka nkwebaza olw'ekyengera kino ekitabeerangawo mukwano gwange nkwebaza mukwano gwange kabaka bakabaka Katonda wange beera ng'otugaidinga na buli kimu kinaabeera wano Mukama Katonda wange kituukize kyona kyona ebigambo ebanaabanga boggera ebigambo beere bya mugaso naye bye tugenda kulya byonna kabaka bakabaka obiwa omukisa kabaka bakabaka Katonda wange obawe entambula ennungi nga baddayo kabaka bakabaka tugaana emyoyo zonna kabaka bakabaka eza accident tuzisazaamu mu linnya erya Yesu omwana wa Katonda omulamu kabaka bakabaka Katonda wange nkwebaza kubanga okikoze mu linnya lisinga amaanya gonna erya waggulu.
Amen. Webale nnyo mutesitesi eri abagenyi baisha bakulu Chairman LC5 RDC bagena bakulu okuva Minister of Water and Environment mwebale ino okwiza omanu omuseera ekiseera kaligoko ntuukyo kwebalya egavumenti olw'omulimu oguyakolere omuseera kaligoko mulimu omusayino abatuuze bamu kaligoko anatyano abakyala bali nga tibasobola okukola okufuna enfuna ngati ate gye tuli kufuna mwana mu kaligoko batwegesera endima ya mulembe egitwali nga tutuwonangaku gavumenti yatuwaire amaizi agambanga omumiga eyo nga gatambulire obwereere naye atyano basobole okuniina amaizi ag'engulu tulima okuva ku season okutuuka ku season nga tukungula era nga tufune sente enyombo omumaka jakendeire kubanga atyano omusaiza n'omukali basobola okufunayo akasente. Moses Chairman LC1 Bukaligoko mwebale.
Our dear guests of honor and the district officials, sub-county officials, and the LC1 Bukaligoko officials, my executive, and all farmers, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naulere Henry, the chairperson Farm Management Committee. Adonia Small-Scale Irrigation Farm is located in Bukaligoko, LC1, Nanzara Parish, Kameruka Sub-County, Budaka District. This farm is currently being carried on 12 acres with 31 farmers and 7 landlords, then 4 groups. This current season or the second season, I would wish to inform you that we are trying to carry out or to deal with 3 enterprises. We are dealing with the tomatoes, cabbages, and onions, as you have just seen. There is new knowledge and methods of intensive farming, operational farm going on, increase in economic income from small area being cultivated, operational farm account in DFCU, Mbari branch, where our contribution of 30% is banked. So after every harvest, we deduct 30% as our saving and operation and maintenance. One of the challenge is impassable road during rainy season, as you have just seen, sloping from the other side, coming this way. Our road is very hard when it has just rained to pass there, so I would call the government together with the ministry to help us in that challenge. Then there is lack of market during harvest time, and that is the biggest challenge we are having in the farm. Last season we had a challenge when we grew watermelon, because we tried to look for market was very hard. We were not able to access larger markets to look for customers. For the case of tomatoes, which can be consumed locally, for them they were bought just from here, then they were taken by the customers. So we have that challenge where I should present to the government together with the ministry.
The technical staff present. But I've traveled with the water officer, the district engineer, and the information officer. Just stand up. Those are the teams I traveled with. Others in other engagement, they were unable to be here. The DCD or the district production officer, they are attending a workshop somewhere else. Abantu bekameruka muri mutia. Obuome. A project yeno twebalya o ministry eya water. Eya maizi. Ne obutonde. Okutuiramu o district executive eye Budaka ni passing resolution gen enkoba mpandike ebaluwa nsabe e project kino nga district executive kulirwa omwami Mulomi ne mpandika ebaluwa ewa facility manager omukulu oyo engineer ne musaba twabaire tulinayo site ibiri Enyanza ne Kameruka. Site gino twasokere okusaba eitakali ne tufuna Enyanza ne tufuna Kameruka ne tutwala ebaluwa eyo ne offer eitakali ewo mukulu o facility manager wa water for production Eastern. Ebaluwa eyo ne tukola follow up. Ebaluwa twajiwandike mu 2017 ne tukola o follow up after almost omwaka natwiramu natukoba nti twaba okusindika otimu okutunulako itakali yematuwaire neba etimu neiza from water for production office ne rambula itakali Kamonkoli Enyanza ne rambula itakali neya ampulire mwebali you have thanked the district official, but you didn't know the genesis of this. But the genesis, that was the genesis of this, because water for production has been working in the whole Eastern, because no office at all districts ya Eastern, from Karamoja up to Kayunga ne Abatwala. So mo district ye jona Budaka twabaide tetufunanga ko omukisa. So Nevalia, I thank you, the manager, on behalf of the Ministry of Water, for this project, because it was long. It took some time, but that is the government planning. Eventually, you assured us we are going to invest here, and indeed we are seeing the fruits of our labor for God and my country.
Okuruda kuno ingizire na Honorable Speaker of the district, who also doubles as the area councillor of the district. ndugara DC abakulu wa ministry kao ne technical team nabati amemuli muti amwena mwena. Senior DC, when the president was visiting us in Tororo, but tukobere tunaming a project ne sente that the government had put in. Busia no Palisa, Tororo ne Evutareja. They had an endless list in the billions. In Budaka we had none. O president atweteire Tororo. Dasokere batuka ntukole memorandum ngitwa musomera nga tusoma ma project si agenja ulo kuleka garunti inti City Secondary School lokuba ngale bulicha muri district. Nti tunokole egenja ulo. Budaka twale tuula. And I told those people that I'm almost wondering whether actually Budaka is part of Bukedi and whether we are part of the system. I want to be very open to you. Because of that, that approach of the memorandum was dropped. Inge Budaka ula kitulina chekitwala ganti kinunie chenja ulo. After that, we come to this level now. Into tuli kuku na chenja ule kitukobanti. Tuli na irrigation scheme. That we have an irrigation scheme. That's why Ndugu team leader, when we ask for the second project in Kabuna, please consider it very seriously. In terms of sharing and benefiting from the national cake, Budaka is not faring very well. And I cannot shy away from mentioning this. You can quote me very, very ably that there are more projects in Palisa like that water project, pumping water to the entire Palisa town. In Busia, the Honorable Minister read an endless list. You'll only be doing us a good service and doing this government a good service if we get more. And that should be the justification for us to get more. Unfortunately, the gross GDP per capita of Budaka is $125. I lived in the US. If I was to host 4 guests for a dinner and I'm having $125, I would be worried that the money would not be enough, so I would have to whisper to you that order sparingly, or you would have to think of topping up. Not so? Yes. But now that would, if the people here cannot, that's what they live on for a whole year. Money which cannot host you with maybe 3 of you together with me for a dinner. A single meal out. That's the nature of poverty, and that's the magnitude of the poverty that we are faced with. So I hold this project here in very high esteem, and I want to appreciate you very, very honestly. The people of Budaka, the people of Kameruk and I are very proud of you. We don't have many of these other projects, apart from now, Minister of UNRWA, Minister of Works, for the road that has come is the second huge project that we can mention. But directly deep in the community, we really don't have many, and we don't even have many NGOs to mention or to talk about. Bana istuzira anukuba kwatisia. Tubakend ogwo mugabo mugutera president. Finally, Bwana Radis, I want to appreciate the NRM government for and His Excellency for such a noble cause. It's great. Thank you very much. Please send our appreciation, but we still ask for more. For God and my country. Thank you.
These 3 are the ones who work directly on this project and others. These are the people who sit here. This one is here all the time. This one this is our agronomist, Namaganda Stella, then Namute Luswaiba is a sociologist, Gordon is an engineer. So these are the teams that sit here. This one is here all the time, this one's past here because we have other projects that we run. So thank you so much for the job well done. My name's Engineer Hotel Patrick. I am the manager for the East. I want to thank Chairman Five and Cow. You know, it was not for the pushing because the demands are many. But I remember Chairman Five coming, Cow coming and saying, "Hour later, then we retrieve, hour later," and like he said, from 2017, because the demands are really, really so many of us. But I want to thank you for tirelessly pushing for these projects. And Chairman, I will follow up from where we stopped. I will surely send the team to assess the next sites. And if it is feasible, we will take up that second site. You know, we want to reward success. Because for me, this project is a success by our measurements. I bring you greetings from my permanent secretary who has not been able to be here. You know, with COVID, we have a lot of restrictions at the ministry nowadays, really very many. And I want to pray that we do the same, because COVID is here to stay. It's not about to go away. Nobody even knows when to go away. So we just have to learn to live with it and manage it by keeping the SOPs for our farmers. Muswaiba, have they got the masks? We have bought masks for all our farmers. We have brought them, so all our farmers, we have procured for them masks to make sure that they are safe, and enough sanitizer to make sure that when they come to a garden, because garden brings in people, so we are trying to protect our farmers. Bonara DC, this farm, we started working here by the way in October 2019. We worked very fast. And as early as around March, April, we are already in production. So we have a young, vibrant team that works very fast. This project cost us about 619 million, and so it's a lot of investment. Our core investments are on the solar system. You need to guard it jealously because about 250 million shillings, that system you see down there. And then the second biggest investment here are the pipes. There is a network of pipes down here. I think the farmers saw there are lots of pipes lying down. Those are our core capital costs. So we need to guard the system jealously. These small-scale projects are the initiative of the President of the Republic of Uganda. In 2016, the President visited a farmer in Kabale, and that's when he did the bottle thing and people were laughing at him. So when he summoned us, he gave us a concept. So we sat down as a ministry and we had to go through a lot of paperwork and see how to improve the President's thinking. And that's why we end up with this. And farmers, there is no other way you can get out of poverty apart from this. This day is not the final commissioning, because when that time comes, then the district will organize with the politicians. I don't know whether the president or whoever you want to invite to come and commission the project, politically commission the project. This is final inspection. This day is also important for us because from today, I am not taking away the staff, but we start now cascading downwards. You are very lucky that you are benefited. That we are cascading downwards from today. You know, we are starting to count the 1 year from today, and this is not fair for us, but it's okay. So from today, 1 year from today, we shall exit this farm. This is what it means. Our agronomists will now start pulling back as the farmers and the district take the center stage. I think you already know that she's already going to Manyowe in Butebu. Yes, because we have another farm there and she's working on both sides. So her involvement here will start going down as the farm chairperson of the committee takes charge and responsibility. So we shall be backstopping you. We shall still provide you with inputs at agreed percentages. We have percentages you have discussed, isn't it? Yes, that this time maybe we shall not give you 100%. We shall give you 70%. Then the 30% should come from you. Then the next time we are going to give you 50%, isn't it? Then the other 50 comes from you. Then by the time we give you the 30% means we are on our way out. And we hope that by that time the farmers will have picked up. But I'm also keen to see, I have been to other farms, I'm keen to see people trying from outside, the outgrowers. This is a learning place, so I want to see us come, encourage others to come and learn from here, and we take to our homesteads. You know, we can't provide for everybody, but this was a learning center where we can encourage our neighbors to come, pick knowledge from here, and then implement. So I saw you highlighted a number of challenges. Yes, we will address them. Nothing is perfect, but we will get there. We will gradually get there. What is important is the commitment of the farmers. I have been to some sites where you go when it's good, when you, after the commissioning, then the farmers start relaxing. I don't want us to have this farm in that format. I want us to, this day should be additional energy for you to make sure that this project succeeds. So as Minister of Water and Environment, I want to commit that if funds permit, because Budaka has done very well, we shall add the next site in Budaka. And I also want to commit that we shall support this farm for the 1 year. But I want to request now that the district agriculture officer is around here. The sub-county extension staff should start taking the center stage now, as we take the back seat. We don't want to jump out. Our experience shows that when we jump out of a project, it fails. We want to have a gradual process, so that even by the time we step out, we don't feel it. And that's the kind of approach that we want to adopt. So we want to thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank the RDC, the chairman, 5 and the cow for making the time. Issue of theft, I think one RDC, because of security matters, but also security starts with us. There is no government in the world that can deploy security one-on-one, not one on earth. So security starts with us. Let us protect what we have put down here. It is very, very expensive, and I want to pray that we embrace the project, own it up, and personalize it, and make money, send children to good schools, and improve the lives of our homes, so that our lives also change. I want to stop there and thank all of us for coming, and may Almighty God bless us as we go back.
The colleagues who are supposed to sign the certificates conclude that ceremony. Well, I also want to invite the President, his representative, the district commission. Actually, when we come to commissioning, is the person who is supposed to commission government projects in this district. So I want to invite you to talk to the population.
Thank you so much, the district chairperson, the cow, the manager, Eastern Region Minister of Water and your team, the sub-counties authorities, and the people from this village. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Orochi is my name, the RDC of Budaka. I think I want to direct my appreciation to Minister of Water and Environment. This is not the first time Ministry of Water is proving itself, and we are very proud of Ministry of Water. Very, very proud. I started overseeing the construction of a naval dam in Navy. As I talk now, the testimony that comes from there, I wish all ministries conduct its business like Ministry of Water. When I was in Tororo, there was a similar project in Mulanda, which I believe by now, I left it when the construction was still taking place. I believe they might have good testimony also. And finally, this one, personally, I don't have anything to say. If all dreams come true, I think the president's dream has come true here. People thought this man was just daydreaming when they saw him moving. You remember, you saw the picture, he was rolling a bicycle with the grass on the bicycle and empty bottles, and he was taking people through this thing physically. And I think Ministry of Water, we need also to emphasize for people who cannot take this pipe dripping system, we should encourage people to use this bottle. Like after here, the farmers should pick this bottle and go and do another drip irrigation in their respective home, because we cannot cover the entire Budaka with this system. The most important thing is the idea. Therefore, for those who thought the president was daydreaming, I think from here now we can tell. And why can't we all dream like that? Can we all begin to dream like the president? Chairman, as the chairman, LC3, have you ever thought of dreaming like the president?
I'm dreaming so much.
Are you serious? I think let us learn to begin dreaming like some other people. Because the president dreamt and his dreams have been translated here. Personally, I've never come across a garden of cabbage that looks like this. And just like the manager said, it would be very embarrassing to see the nearest community here, members of the community here, doesn't have a similar undertaking like this one. As we discussed, manager, my idea is you come up with a timetable of community training days. Like if it is Friday, what time should the community of Kameruka, or even elsewhere, because we shall be compelling farmers from other sub-counties to come and learn from here. It is good you have adopted my ideas, but for me I would still ask that, can you come up with it? We put that training Farmers Day or Farmers Week on the notice here, so that the farmers know on such a day in a month we shall be going to Kameruka to go and study, to go and know what is taking place there. They come and learn from here. Because once we pass on this knowledge to the entire community here, I think the lives of our people will be improved. And by the way, 14 million shilling is not small money. Yes, 14 million shilling. Before this project came in here, can I ask you, how much money were you earning in 3 months in this village? No, just try to give me the whole of you here on this land. Would you earn even 5 million shilling with your crops here? Cassava, maize, what I'm saying. Would you?
1 million.
Around 1 million?
Yes.
So I think it is a good beginning. You never know, 14 million tomorrow, the next season is going to be 28. So we are moving. For those who think we are joking around, government is not joking. Our challenge is that attitude of expecting free things from time to time. I saw the chairman here was requesting, they were requesting. My question was, how much is your input? Chairman, the list of your requests were too many. I only wanted to sit with you and ask, how many are you putting in? Even if we ask to give you half, are you able to? But nevertheless, the most important thing is the attitude. Let us change our attitude. This country, we are rich with so many things. Our biggest problem is attitude. That tendency of government will provide. People are waiting for corona to come and infect them because the mask has not been given. Sincerely. A mask of 1,000 shilling. But every day people are in a sitting joint here. Do you know why people are fighting for the bars to be open? Because they want to go and spend in the bars. And I passed here, I found people were sitting there. What are they doing? They are spending. So let us not only wait for government. Yes, government is here to provide, but can we start with ourselves as government join us? Yes. But above all, I want to thank the community here for the reception. I don't believe even that one pair of solar was stolen by this community. From the face of this community, I don't see it that they can steal even a pair of solar here. This solar could have been stolen by somebody from elsewhere. Because from day one they received this project, the project is moving. Remember, we had challenges of land here, but I am seeing gradually they are allowing more of their land. Actually, very soon they will again now turn around and begin putting minutes of water on pressure for more extra land being provided. I am very optimistic. I trust the community here. Have never had serious challenges with them. So that aspect of solar being stolen should have originated from elsewhere. I have experience of the same in Tororo one time. People who installed the cable, electric cable, the underground one, because they know the value, within the shortest time they came back for this thing. Yes, they came and picked it and took it back to Kampala. So that solar might have been stolen by some other people who knows how they have put it. I don't want to get there, but really, all sign tells that this solar was not stolen by people here. I am very grateful for this, and I thank you for supporting government. Are you getting me? One secret is that support the sitting government. Are you getting me? Don't dream about government which is not there. A bird at hand. Are you getting me? So let us not go into politics and the rest of it, but this is government, and we are saying government here, and you are the government here, isn't it? So let's join hand and we deliver. As others are shouting, for us we are taking services to people. And from here now you can see by yourself.
Amen.
Chairman, I want to say something briefly. It's not politics, but your cry gets back to you people. You know, like when you are pointing some other people, isn't it? The rest of the fingers point at who? At yourself. You people, you have representatives. And also the quality of your representative matters. Are you getting me? Yes. If Busia is having 10, 15 projects, billions, whatever, but the question, who are those pressing for those billions to go to Busia? Are you getting me? I'm not campaigning or decampaigning. The question is, what qualities of people are you sending to go and sit on the table where they are locating? For you are a mother, you know a child who is very aggressive. When you are apportioning food, how do you give food to such a child? Because he can cause problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, but the one who keep quiet and just eat anything will obviously take anything.
Thank you for this initiative as Minister of Water. We have delivered a project that set us.
I am so grateful to finally receive the baby that we entrusted in your hand, isn't it? You managed to look after the baby very well. And on behalf of central government, allow me also pass it over to the political leader of Budaka district, such that tomorrow you don't say, we have not delivered. Here it is.
Thank you very much. Yamema isabe kameruka. Mikiriye kwatisyo kawo. Mekwandiko kinu. Ekiraga mirimo ngekitambwira. Mukozese kusana e project yenu etubere meimerera.
By the virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I hand over the certificate to the sub-county of Kameruka so that they can take good care of this project even at the time of final handover. Ensure that your extension staff should continue to do the work of the agronomists and ensure that where there is a water need and a crisis, don't hesitate to contact the district water officer to ensure that he comes and provides the support. The ministry is handing over this facility to us. We must take care of it as the sub-county, as the district, as the community. I hand over.
Let me take this opportunity and the honor also to thank the fields which has decided to appreciate us and to give us the opportunity for the activities which incur to us. Bana Kameruka, akintu kitukire waisu, mwikiriza nantu che alom kama wanyu, gumasindikiro ko balingiriranga, kama eso mulimo yugazire lyonyono kutukani, gutukire, abengo gutucha alabanyirebo, basaba mongere mamani, tubenga niso tusingako.
Kiriwe sawa wenu, sasa watumule kigambo kimo. Kino kiri watumunja kiro tunenga tikalo kutukirira. Gino kutukirira nyere muonere ku. Okulwange go chama no igombola muri mu mukuru security. Eke maita nti timu zagwa sentry baibi. Ata nekisera kitukire nti tubyero mwana momi. Niyo lulu kutumala nti tutandikirawo. Egamete kale na iswe. Ero nakwata nuka kasanti. Egamete kyatufuzire kitukirire era kero kuita kaliti kwa taksani. Kanko atachi amani ngani president wa SRN. Era ngani asokerwako omuyokulanira yokwerinda. Wale.
Chairman wa project kwatisia ebaluwa gino nga tukwatisia omulimu omusaguno gavumenti egye tuwaire tukusaba nti tukikwate kintu kyaise kusa omulimu gwaiswe tubenga tuganyulwamu.
Neyanza abageni babisa waziro ministry awaziro ku district okwigombolola nero C1 okwiza okumpa obunanyizibwa okuwoneka nti ntambulye farm nga wekyetagisya zena mbasuubiza nti nze ngo chairman amwe ne committee yange twakutwala obunanyizibwa okuwoneka nti tukola ebyo mutusuubiramu era singa wabbanga aliwo kyetagisya nti magezi tweyongera okutambula nainywe singa abbanga aliwo weetaavu singa abbanga tubeetere era tusaba nti mugezi yaku okuwoneka nti mwira enyuma n'olwekyo mwikirirye ntwala okusiima nti mwebale then maite nti tweyongera okwongereryako era mbatakirye olugendo olusa okwirayo gye muzeereire. For God and my country.
This is speaker, you cross.
Someone help you?
Where is the sub-county chief? Where is chairman LC3?
Chairman.
Where is the chairperson of LC3? You come. This is, I want to thank the community, thank the Ministry of Water, and above all thank government of Uganda for giving us this project. Allow me to officially open it today. We wish you well. Actually, we'll give more time and we talk.